Republican people in power at that time told us they had great plans for the assembly plant. They were going to tear it down, and they were going to make all these jobs in construction. They were going to make all these jobs in building. They were going to bring in more businesses and shops and factory and other stuff where they could build things here. Well, 2 years and 3 weeks, you can see what they brought here. Absolutely nothing. The parking lot's grown over. The place is in disrepair. It stands as a ghostly image of promises that never came true. People that didn't really have a plan. People that talked a lot but had no absolute plan for working people like me. People who depend on a job. Now, I've watched jobs leave this state. Unfortunately, the good jobs, like the ones that I lost, are being replaced with minimum wage, or maybe, if you're lucky, 12 hours an hour, with no benefits. You have to pay your own benefits, your own retirement. You can't live like that. A couple with children, you know, they can't live on income like that. And this is what we're looking for. All I want from my representatives anywhere in this country, my Senate, Congress, governor, anybody that represents me, is to have some idea how they're going to bring jobs back to my state. You know, not for their own private interests, but for people that work for a living. I have young people in my life that I want to grow up that are 8, 9, 10 years old. I don't want them working for a minimum wage when they grow up. I want them to have something to look forward to. This, when I was a child, was something to look forward to. It was a job that had benefits, that had a future. It was something you could be proud of. That's gone completely. It'll never come back. It got replaced with a plant in Kia. We were told, you have a tremendous workforce. You have 2,500 people that are well-trained and can be put right in there. How many people got a job at Kia that I know of today? None from our plant, not one. Got a job down there other than a couple of management people. People that work for a living, poof, nothing. In fact, we were even told by the governor 60% of the jobs went to the state of Alabama anyway in the agreement. I can't say that's true, but you know, we keep hearing it on the table. That's what happened to us. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be upset. I want to be able to go home at night and know there's somebody that has a plan. Roy has a plan. The future governor of this state has a plan that will bring jobs back to the state of Georgia. That gives me some kind of confidence. It's not jobs for white-collar people. It's not jobs for blue-collar people. It's jobs for everybody. Jobs they can be proud of. Jobs people can go to work every day and know they're being productive, know they're getting an income that's equal to the effort they put out. Not a minimum wage job where you're stuck there the rest of your life with no benefits and no insurance, no nothing. You know, that's what we want. That's what the people of Georgia should be demanding from the people that represent them. Give me something I can be proud of. Give me something that I can go to work every day and hold my head up high and know that I'm being productive not only for my family but for the state of Georgia and the people that I love. And that's pretty much all I got to say.
Hello, my name is Jan Selman, and I've been a business owner in Georgia for 29 years. I own a marketing firm based in Decatur, Georgia, and I know about jobs in Georgia. There's an old saying in real estate, location, location, location. Well, today's real estate is jobs, jobs, jobs. Roy Barnes is a candidate who will bring jobs to Georgia when he's elected, and he will be elected. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." This quote pretty much sums up why we're here today. We cannot be silent. If you do not use your voice, someone else will speak for you, and you may not like what they have to say. You need to tell everyone you know and everyone you meet. In face-to-face conversations, by email, by Facebook, by Twitter, by standing on the street corner, you need to tell them these 3 things. I support Roy Barnes' jobs plan for Georgia. I support putting Georgia to work. And vote for Roy Barnes on November 2nd and cast a vote for jobs in Georgia. If you think your voice is too small to make a difference, try thinking about sleeping in a room with a mosquito. Now, I can give you a bunch of facts and figures and statistics, but I'm guessing that you're like me, and all you need to know is unemployment in Georgia is 10%. That's double what it was when Roy Barnes was governor. I'm no economist. I read their jargon like inflation, deflation, stabilization, and it just gives me a headache. But let me tell you what I do know. I know that when Roy Barnes was governor, my business was growing. And I was hiring people. And the people I do business with, printers, production houses, technicians, they were busy. And they were hiring people. Georgia was 4th in the nation in job creation. Did you hear me? 4th in the nation. Roy Barnes created 235,000 jobs. I don't know about you, but I don't want vague campaign promises about jobs. I want someone with a proven track record of creating jobs in Georgia. Governor Barnes has done it before. He'll do it again. His first priority is jobs. There is no other candidate who has been as dedicated to or as motivated by the working women and men as Governor Barnes. Roy Barnes means business, and business means jobs. And when Roy wins, you win. So let's get to work. Let's get it done on November 2nd. It's my great pleasure now to introduce my colleague, Rita Scott. Rita is the political director for the Communication Workers of America, Local 3204. Rita has more than 32 years experience in union organizing, worker activism, and the labor movement. Let me present Ms. Rita Scott.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rita Scott, and I am the political director for the Communication Workers of America. And as I stand here this morning with this plant behind me, I'm appalled to think of the thousands of employees that lost their jobs and are still waiting for good jobs to come to Georgia. I am here today because Roy Barnes is the opponent that will be able to bring jobs to Georgia. The difference between Roy Barnes and Deal is the same as night and day. Barnes has a proven track record of being honest, transparent, and a friend to the working family. Do not believe the rhetoric. Do not believe the commercials. The commercials say that unemployment was at its lowest during Roy Barnes' tenure. That is incorrect. Unemployment is at its highest now. We are at 10% of unemployment. Congressman Deal has shown that he is not a friend to the working family. He is quite opposite. He's unwilling to show his records. He has questionable ethics, and he's more comfortable with the business community than the working man. We need smart government to work together with businesses, not only to attract new business, but to also work to retain our work right here in Atlanta and throughout the state. We want someone that is a successful businessman, not someone putting the blame on others because of their bad financial records. What we need is a city that businesses will move to. Barnes has a plan to bring jobs to Georgia now. His plan is to create employment in all sectors of the workforce. Barnes' job plan outlines creation of construction jobs, manufacturing jobs, service jobs, agricultural jobs, trade jobs, technical jobs, and green jobs. He will start off day one refitting every state building and public school. This is just common sense. We must put people to work and save energy costs at the same time. Barnes also firmly believes that in-state businesses should be awarded more state dollars. Another plan Barnes wants to create is a rapid response team, so that when places like this GM plant, when they're threatened to be closed, we will have a team that will be able to put rapid response and work that we can re-educate and retrain those people so that they will have other work to go to. His plan also includes tax cuts such as $300 million tax credit for employers who hire additional workers or raise salaries in Georgia. This tax incentive will benefit the middle class, and it's just another example of why Georgia needs to elect Roy Barnes. Roy Barnes knows that you have to help the employed and the unemployed. He knows that hard-working middle class deserves to be paid a sustainable income. He knows that we owe our children a respectable public education. He will provide our workforce the technical colleges necessary to learn a trade. He will fix Atlanta's transportation turmoil. Barnes has spent decades serving the people of Georgia as a state senator, as a state representative, and then from 1998 to 2002 as the governor. Barnes took a proactive approach to dealing with education, transportation, and other issues. He has done it before, and he will do it again. I urge you, get out to vote. Don't stay home. There was a slogan in Florida years ago, and it said, go to the polls and vote yourself a job. I urge you, Georgians, go to the polls and vote yourself a job. Now I would like to introduce to you the president of the state AFL-CIO, and that is none other than Richard Ray.
Good morning. I have known Roy Barnes for over 20 years. He's an intelligent man, but more importantly, he is a caring man. Roy knows exactly what we need in this state. As I stand here before a closed plant, we don't need any more closed plants. We need new plants being built and jobs created for the citizens of this state. I urge all of our union members to be involved in this campaign and to go and vote early. We also need the citizens of this state. If you are happy with what's been going on for 8 years, then you need to vote for somebody else. Don't vote for Roy Barnes. We need people to vote for Roy Barnes because we can make the change necessary to create the jobs that this state needs. November the 2nd is a very important election day. We want to celebrate on November the 3rd. We do not want to be looking at more closed plants in the state. This is not what we're here for this morning. We're encouraging all of our citizens to go to the polls, vote early if possible, but certainly to vote and to vote for Roy Barnes. We thank the press for covering this event this morning because this is a very important election for the future of our state. Thank you.